well. I hope you can hear me above all of the crazy noise from my bakery. It is Friday morning and it is, what time? I'm just trying to see. Just after 5:30. I've got my sourdough on the go. I feel like I sound like a broken record on these videos sometimes. Got my sourdough on the go, got my cookies on the go, got my morning buns on the go. But yeah, it is a very exciting day today, and I'm going to bring you guys along too, because I am going to have temporary access to my future bakery space. So if you guys don't already know, I'm at the very beginning stages of taking on a lease for premises in southwest London. I'm not going to give away the location yet, but it has been very, very overwhelming for a number of reasons, just mainly understanding all of the legal jargon. I think I spoke about it briefly in my video last week. Accepting a huge responsibility, really figuring out how much we have to be turning over every single day to keep the business alive. Yeah, it just feels like there's going to be a lot resting on my shoulders, but obviously I will have a small team at some stage. My mum has already said she will come work on the weekends, even though she has a full-time job, like crazy full-time job. So I've got a lot of support, but it is still feeling like a massive transition and just like a lot of work and a lot of decisions on top of my current business already. I'm not complaining, but I always endeavour to show the reality of running a small business in your 20s, learning it all on the job. Yeah, self-taught baker, taking on my own premises. Quite a big thing. I feel like this is something that I've been thinking about just because I have been struggling a bit recently with my mental health. And I think sometimes we can be so busy, just focused on getting to the next stage, and we so rarely take a step back and look back at how far we've come, even in a year or a few years or a few months, and really kind of celebrate your own achievements. It's not something that I necessarily really do because I'm just so like head down, getting to the next stage. So yeah, it's just something that I've been thinking about and something that I should probably change, but I don't really know how. Yeah, maybe like monthly little celebrations for myself. I don't know, that sounds a bit naff though. But yeah, I've got a fair few deliveries today. It's actually been super busy recently, just with like local deliveries to businesses. I've recently taken on more wholesale work, which has pushed me, which is good. And just kind of figuring out proofing setups, because previously I used to just proof all my buns on top of my two of my ovens, sorry, cannot speak. But it's getting to a stage where I need a better, more consistent setup. I don't have a prover, so what's that? It's my cookies. Yes, so proofing. So I asked actually on my Instagram if anybody had any tips on how to improve my proofing setup, because I don't have a prover. I don't really have space in the oven to put a dish of hot water, which is a cool trick. You have the oven switched off and you just refresh a dish of hot boiling water every few minutes. But what I'm currently doing, and I still need to work on it, is I've got this dish of hot water here, which I actually need to refresh now, underneath my buns here, so they are proving slowly. Yeah, see, they still feel pretty cold, but ideally what I would have over this rack is a kind of plastic cover,
and then that will seal in all of the hot water and the steamy environment for the buns to proof. I've also got a market tomorrow, so once I finish all of my preps and all of my bakes and deliveries, then I start my market prep. And then this afternoon we are going to the future bakery space. So I didn't get around to saying why we're going. We're going because the plans are really outdated, so they're from like 2003. And we need the measurements of the bakery because we're going to be doing some renovation work. We're going to be knocking through a couple of walls. We're definitely going to be painting the walls. Yeah, just like making it into a little bakery space basically, which is so exciting. And yeah, I'm going to bring you guys along so you can have a very little sneak peek. And also in the future, when I do have the keys for real, because the lease hasn't been finalised yet, it could take up to 2 months, it could take even longer. But I'm going to take you guys along the whole journey because I want to share all the renovations and all of those decisions and how I'm really getting to the next stage from micro bakery to full-on bricks and mortar bakery. Honestly, it's very exciting but very nerve-wracking too. Anyway, I've got to get back to work, so I will check in later on. I also wanted to show you guys my sausage rolls because I've really increased my prep recently. I've been getting through about 60 of these every week, if not more, for wholesale clients and markets too. So yeah, I'm averaging about 64 to 70 at a time, just production wise, and it takes so goddamn long to create these, but look at the layers, can you see? Looks so good. Right, so these are for a wholesale client. This week, actually, Tuesday was more busy than Friday, which is kind of crazy. Hey guys, so it's so much later on now, it's 12:30, so all the deliveries are done, all the bakes were done by about 7 in the morning. I had one wholesale delivery to do, so I'm back from that. I've had my lunch, so I'm good to go for the rest of my market prep. As soon as all my bakes were done, I got cracking with my market prep. So what have I done? I've done my tin loaves, my baby tin loaves, which are in that fridge over there. I did all my sausage rolls yesterday, which I think I showed you earlier. I'm rolling out my morning bun dough now, so this is just one box of it, and then I've got a whole other big box of it in the fridge as well. Done my dough for my avocado rolls, and I feel like, oh yeah, cookie dough for my new coconut oat cookies. They are so good. I will insert a photo here so you can see what it's like. Here I stewed up some apples and sultanas with cardamom pods and some breakfast tea, so they're just nice and soft there, and I'm going to add them to my morning bun dough here. So it's for my new product, which is more of like a seasonal autumnal spiced bun with apples and sultanas, just because I'm trying to be a bit more seasonal with my produce and just to bring more of that side of the thing into my market menus. It's a bit trickier doing it for home deliveries, just with all of the ingredients and labels and all that jazz I won't bore you with, but that is what I'm doing right now. And then I've got to go to the shop in a few hours, so that's kind of where we're at, but I've got to get cracking.
She's filming it. Let's lock ourselves in.
Hey everyone, so we're actually in the future premises right now, so we're just taking some measurements, having a look around, and yeah, just generally getting a few photos. Bobby's here too. But yeah, this is the space here. Hang on.